As the last spirit of chaos was killed and the portals began to close, my mind began to deduce many things in that moment. Like, it would take a large amount of death to create so many portals, the amount that would pop up on any earthly official's radar. Yet my intuition told me there would not be any report of anybody going missing or a large-scale sacrifice being reported within the spiritual community. Throughout the decades, it was reported to the heavens of the repetitive nature of spellwork or rituals being done religiously throughout the years. Depending on the want or desire of a wannabe spiritualist, at a specified date, a human or animal sacrifice was accomplished. The coincidence of the global events occurring and the mass amount of innocence required to do such a ritual was not lost on me. No, I understand the implication of what is being implied, and the mere fact, whatever the desire, assisted in thwarting it and ultimately saving the world. I do not boast, but raise the question, when knowledge of spirit should be limited, and where were the principalities put in place that were indisposed when portals were being opened? Everybody was busy. I go to hospitals every Sunday to give lessons and transition the righteous ones on their travels through the ethers, and I have my daily responsibilities I have to tend to. What are the supposed high-ranking light spiritualists doing? Who has or will assist the capable ones rotting away in society with no knowledge of self? Who appointed these losers, allowing humans to be occupied by deadly entities? Why weren't there anyone else on that battlefield other than me? Before I could ponder, I found a dark entity laid up coughing up blood or his life force per se. Leaving existence was imminent, so I approached with an offer he would never refuse. Work for me. I found out early on it didn't matter what or who the life form was. I had precedence and the ability to never be affected by any power, ever. No matter the rank spiritually, whether dark or light, I always outranked everyone. In this, I had the ability to judge fairly, direct righteously, give or take gifts, but most importantly, keep balance. This being would be able to infiltrate enemy lines and communicate effectively with their brethren, to trick the false divine feminine and masculine into believing they could possibly succeed. My contracts were closing at a rapid rate, and most, if not all, of the contract holders left were going to be in hermit mode after this failure. What was left were their millions, individuals given promises, but would never be able to experience any of them. Wealth, promise, would not be able to be delivered, and the activities needed to accomplish this large-scale massacre was going to be investigated and give closure to the lost souls who lingered between the realms awaiting reincarnation or the possibility of avenging their death. I gave the offer and allowed the disgraceful being to reach their own conclusion and make a decision. From that moment moving forward, I searched the timelines to make proper offers to specific individuals in strategic positions within different power groups. One thing is for sure, though, I knew their leaders could not just stand in the shadows but for so long, so now was the time. Within the following weeks, I visited many occupied human vessels with entities attached. Their souls were traveling in the ethers, and the entities were in full control. Therein lies the issue with the arrogant humans who wanted to control them beyond their scope. Some entities may allow you to believe that you can control them to some degree, just so that you may get comfortable with allowing them minimal control over your vessel. A realm with this amount of debauchery, alcohol, drugs, and sex is way better than the realm they originate from. You feed them your energy, conduct different types of spells and rituals, and feed them sacrifice after sacrifice. The sacrifice itself is not the sacrifice. You are. By losing a piece of your soul every time you leave more space for occupation and chaos to take control. Most of the entities requested in these rituals bask, grow, and dominate in that chaotic energy. By the time you realize what's going on, you are in a cage within yourself. Now the entity may cast you out into the void or use your vessel until it deteriorates as you look on in horror. Approaching all these energies was easy in spirit, as many hadn't seen me in quite some time and wanted to reassure me. The humans wanted their occupation while others were basically begging to go home. That's it. The other side of the coin is They grew strong and powerful but were stuck binded to the bloodline and earth. We had a meeting, and I made adjustments. All contracts or binding to bloodlines were broken. Those who wanted to leave, I opened up a portal for them to return home, but to never come back. And entities on my team took their places. The bodies were empty, and none of the families of these people even knew the difference. Plan infiltrate went into place, and I wouldn't have to spread myself so thin to see every move. My team of shadow entities would do just fine.